Alright, February 16th here in Mo Valley, and a westbound stacker coming into Mo Valley. This one will be doing a crew change here, and then I believe he will be continuing west on the former C&W mainline, the Blair Fremont sub, which should be reopening shortly. The maintenance way crew is currently finishing up, and they are reopening the line today. It has been open at night with reduced speed. A couple weeks ago they derailed there, and they've replaced the track and ballast work, and they are finishing that today. So this westbound should do a crew change here, and then it will continue west on the Blair Fremont sub. We are also waiting for an eastbound coming out of Council Bluffs. Kind of blinking yellow there, limited approach for one that's going to be coming north out of the Bluffs. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. This train right here is on the Boone sub right now. We're down here on the east end by the crew hut. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, February 16th, continuation. Westbound intermodal train doing a crew change here at the crew hut. There's the crew switching out. But I started this video because our northbound, which is a loaded coal drag, should be coming around the corner, and I believe this train will also be stopping to do a crew change here. He should be swinging east on the Boone sub. So that is what this blinking yellow signal, the limited approach signals for, is for our eastbound coal drag. Again, westbound intermodal doing crew change all the way down the other end of the yard. You can see he's got a limited approach. The Blair Fremont sub is reopening now. He'll be able to go west without having to go through Council Bluffs. And here comes our eastbound coal drag. It was a northbound. Now an eastbound coal drag, which I believe will be doing a crew change here. He may or may not. He's got a limited approach, blinking yellow right now. It might be for the crew change that's happening with that westbound intermodal, and they're just running him by slow. But we got loaded coal heading east. This train was northbound on the Council Bluffs Mo Valley sub, and is now swinging east on the Boone sub. .30 is our leader. This may be a crew change too. Not really sure. I think he's going to stop, and they're going to let crew off here. This is a through chain that runs through Council Bluffs, but it is too heavy to go down the Blair Fremont sub. They routed through Council Bluffs, left of the grade. C45 ACCTE, and yep, it's a crew change. So currently we have an eastbound coal drag and a westbound intermodal, both extended crews here. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, February 16th, 2024, Mo Valley. Rich Bernardin from Rail Fanning Adventures. After both a westbound and an eastbound, well, actually this eastbound's doing a crew change actively. I think he's still waiting for a conductor. The engineer got on, but the conductor has not. But our westbound intermodal train, the crews have switched out, and it is now heading west. It will be traveling west on the Blair Fremont sub. Again, it's a westbound intermodal that did a crew change here. I believe this cold drag that's right in front of me is going to have to wait now because only the engineer got on board. I don't think his conductor made it in time, and the westbound started rolling, so it's a westbound intermodal. Came in, did a crew change. He has a limited approach going west out of the yard. He's coming off the Boone sub, and he's now on the Blair Fremont sub. Again, all these tracks are former C&W mainline. The engine you see right in front of me, 5430, is on the eastbound loaded coal drag. It came into the crew change. The engineer made it to the train. The conductor and engineer that got off made it across, but I do not believe the conductor for this train has made it before this westbound decided to leave. So we are still waiting on a crew member for 5430, a C45 ACCTE for this eastbound coal drag. Oh, he's going to be here a minute, and traffic is stacked up. Ah, big one. That was a nod to you, John Cavanaugh. I miss you, buddy. Another nod. All right, UP, roll that beautiful bean footage. My buddy John back east. John Cavanaugh. I can't wait for you guys to get out here and rail fan with me out here. There's so much to show you and so much to do. I believe John, Ryan Bruno, and Scott Clements will be coming out for a week or two, staying at the house. We're going to go rail fanning together so that I can show them everything out here. Looking forward to seeing my buddies from back east. You know, I love doing this, but I really miss rail fanning with them guys. I mean, we went everywhere together. Spent 2, 3, 4 days out in the rail, hobo camping it. You know, with the grill and the coolers and the tents. It was awesome. And I'm looking forward to doing it when they come out here this summer. So another big, 2 big ones in a row. I remember that, John, and that started the big one. A little one. A big one. Ooh, here's some old Sealands. A 5-pack. 40-footers. Oh, that's a cool box. Again, the coal drag that's in front of me, his engineer did not make it in time. He had to wait for the westbound intermodal to get through. And I still don't see the engineer, or the conductor. So this coal drag is still waiting for a crew member. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, after coming into town here, Mo Valley, from Council Bluffs, on the Council Bluffs Mo Valley sub, this train is finally going to start heading east on the Boone sub. Unfortunately, the engineer got on, and then the conductor got stuck waiting for a westbound to go by. They just blew the horn to get going, and the brakes are on. Something happened. He started oh, there we go. We're moving again. And we're dropping sand. Putting sand on the rail to get going for traction. Actually, it looks like one of the sanders is frozen. There we go. 5430, a C45 ACCTE. Poured a loaded coal drag east on the Boone sub here in Mo Valley. Again, Rich Bernardin, Rail Fanning Adventures, February 16th. COLX. On the reporting marks, there's going to be a couple C&W hoppers in this train. Man, he's having a hard time getting going. A heavy one. Up the rear DPU just started pushing or just came back online. Come on. Again, it snowed last night. We still have ice and snow on the rail. There's the brakes. We're on again. Yeah, he's having a hard time getting this coal train going. This might be the mega. 2 coal trains in one. It should be a 1 by 1 by 1. I don't know why they do it. They don't have enough power, I guess. And they run this train through Council Bluffs and Omaha instead of down the Blair Fremont sub, because this train derailed there coming down the hill. It's a downhill grade from Arlington to California Junction. And the train derailed in Blair. Yep, he's just having a hard time getting going here. Nope, the lead unit's pulling, but the DPU did not engage yet because the slack went out. You can do it! And hopefully this is the last hurrah of winter here. We had snow last night and ice. And currently it's 28 degrees. This is after a week or two of 50, 60 degree weather during the day, and you know, it freezing at night. So again, this is a loaded coal drag that is heading east on the Boone sub. It came off the Council Bluffs Mo Valley sub, coming off the eastern leg of the Y here. The actual lead. He's got a green. And you can see his signals down here. That is for him, head east. And this is all former C&W tracks. And right there is a C&W coal porter. Catching the C&W on the C&W. And one of my favorite trains. I love coal drags. I don't know why. When I think railroad, It's just railroads moving coal, you know. Growing up, I lived on the Pennsylvania-Reading seashore line, and we would see, in the 80s, the steel mills were still open, so we would see a lot of coal drags. Lots of coal drags going to Griffin Pipe, U.S. Steel, Roebling Steel, the steel mill in Riverside. So growing up, it was Conrail pulling coal drags up and down the river line there, all the different steel mills and stuff. And then even then, going up to the Poconos to visit my uncles. I was on the Erie Lackawanna, and they were still sending coal. It was still a through route. So I love coal drags. Can't wait to get my model railroad up and going. Nope, I think this is just a single. I'm looking back down the Council Bluffs Mo Valley sub, and I think the rear DPU, it's a 1x1. No wonder he's having such a hard time getting going. It's not the Mega. I got all these SD 70Ms sitting in storage here that they brought out of the desert, and there's a third party that's changing oil and brakes and coolant and stuff on them right now in the yard here for them to get placed back in service. You think they would be kicking them out, you know, for trains like this that are obviously need a little more oomph to get going. Looks like this is just a 1x1. Yeah, I might explain why the conductor and engineer were hesitant about getting on this train. They just didn't want to deal with it. They're like, oh, our luck, we're stuck on this coal drag with only 2 motors. Oh, why me?
For all your music, radio, and podcasts, free never sounded so good.
When he was attempting to get going, it seemed like he would start pulling and the rear DPU went, you know, load, get going. And now I think they got everything working together to get this train out of here. They tend to run the coal drags, the loaded coal drags, through Omaha Council Bluffs because it's a less of a grade coming east from Fremont. As soon as they get out of Fremont heading east and they hit Arlington, it is downhill from there to California Junction. And they derailed a coal train in Blair about 3 years ago, and ever since they've been running the coal drags through Council Bluffs and Omaha instead of the steep grade on the Blair Fremont sub. As I said, here comes the rear DPU. It's a 1x1, only 2 engines pulling this coal drag. Seemed a little underpowered. Is our rear DPU. A C45 AH. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, February 16th, 2024. I'm here in Mo Valley. And already the signal went from yellow to green. And right on that west or eastbound coal drag is a eastbound manifest that's coming out of Council Bluffs. This train that's going to be coming around the corner here just came from Council Bluffs. It's coming north on the Council Bluffs Mo Valley sub, and we'll be heading east onto the Boone sub. Again, all the tracks here are former C&W main line. I believe this is the Bailey Council Bluffs Chicago manifest. I caught the westbound one this morning coming into Council Bluffs. This should be the eastbound. There he is. There's all those SD70Ms in the background. Alright. Batavia on that cryotrans car. Westbound one had some really great fallen flag cars. Missouri Pacific, Western Pacific, Southern Pacific. Saw a lot of great fallen flags. CW this morning on the westbound one. Let's see the eastbound one. It's the same. There was a great C&W coal car on the eastbound coal drag that got stuck here doing the crew change. Again, maintenance way just cleared. Just got off of the Blair Fremont sub, so traffic can start being routed that way. Here comes Southern Pacific now, I believe. Golden West service. Yep. Ooh, a new Union Pacific boxcar from Trinity Rail. comes our mid-train ECU. Alberta. And another 1x1 for UP. And east on the boom stub now. Ralph Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Sitting on the east side by the Union Pacific crew hut. And let's see what happens with that signal that determine if I head over to the other side or not. Alright, Ralph Fanning Adventures, February 16th, 2024. And here's UP pulling the brand new Via Rail east. The brand new Via Rail Canada train. I finally got it during the day. They usually do this move at night. There you go. The brand new Via Rail passenger train heading east. So excited. I finally got this during the day. I've seen 3 of them now at night. Have been able to get to record them. Awesome. February 16th, 2024 here in Mo Valley. And that is UP taking the brand new Via Rail Canada passenger train east. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, due to them having to do a crew change here, I am able to get the Via Rail train that's being delivered to Via Rail Canada stopped here in Mo Val. So I hopped in the car and ran down here. Finally able to get this during the day. They usually do these movements at night. This is my 3rd one I've seen, or 4th one. I've seen 3 of them go through, like I said, at night when I really can't get photos or video. They're doing a crew change here in Mo Valley. There's the UP crew hut. I'm going to head down to the next cross and I'll get it going by again for everyone here at Ralph Fanning Adventures. Alright, February 16th, Mo Valley. I'm sitting down on the west end, past the crew hut, down by the co-op, and we got an eastbound manifest coming off the Council Bluffs, Missouri Valley sub. But the engine to the right has the Via Rail train on it. It's doing a crew change. I'll hop on the other side of the tracks here not to miss it. But this eastbound manifest has definitely got some power on it. Another big manifest out of Council Bluffs. Fortunately, oh, here we go. Here comes the Union Pacific move of the Via Rail train. The brand new Via Rail Canada passenger train. And an eastbound manifest in the background. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. So happy I caught that. Alright, February 16th, 2024. I am here in Mo Valley, Rich Bernardin for Rail Fanning Adventures. We got an eastbound coming off the Blair Fremont sub. We're lit for him to go east onto the Boone sub. The signal behind us, we got a blinking yellow, which usually means this one will be coming in and doing a crew change. But we'll catch him coming into the yard real quick here in Mo Valley. Again, this is Union Pacific, what used to be the former Shane W main line, now UP's main line. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a coal drag that they sent down the Blair Fremont sub, which is a rare one. Well, actually, because it's got more power than normal up front. Usually they run them one by one. This one obviously has two up front. You saw earlier one coming out of the this one's a UP train. We should see a couple C&W coal porters on this one. Usually we do. There's one right here. Well, that's at least a C&W reporting mark. It might not be a C&W car, but this one for sure is definitely an old C&W coal porter. Again, this is an eastbound loaded coal drag. He'll be stopping here to do a crew change. It's a rarity to see them run a coal drag down the Blair Fremont sub because they derailed, I think it was about two or 3 years ago, right in Blair here on the other side of the river, because it is such a steep downhill grade from Arlington Nebraska to California Junction. It's downhill, pretty steep. Blair, there's an S turn, and that's where they derailed the coal train. So usually they run these loaded coal drags through Omaha and Council Bluffs. It's less of a grade, easier for them to handle. It's snowing again. Here comes another C&W coal porter on the former C&W main line. That's great. I love it. They're my favorite cars to see. I don't know why I like them C&W cars so much, other than I love watching coal get moved by rail, and the fact that this is former C&W main line, and you got a C&W car still running on it. The only thing would be cooler is if the C&W Heritage Unit and or one of the patch jobs was pulling this train and they were all C&W hoppers. That'd be pretty cool. But this is a hodgepodge of different UP cars. It's almost like somebody just threw them together and sent it. You got some rotary dumps, some rapid discharge, hodgepodge of cars. All right, again, this train will be stopping to do a crew change here. And once it stops, I'll stop recording. I don't want to miss any, because we might catch, there's one, two, at least 3 or 4 more C&W hoppers on this. Plus, there seems to be a multitude of different style coal porters here. Everything from rapid discharge to rotaries. It's almost like UP just threw this train together, filled it with coal, and sending it east. So, but after crew train, when it stops, I'll stop recording, and I'll start recording when he starts moving again. But let's pan to the west here, and there's another one of my favorite cars to see. A C&W, Chicago Northwestern, still riding its home rails. There's a couple more down there towards the signals. Awesome to see. Rail fanning adventures, Missouri Valley. All right, rail fanning adventures, February 16th continued after doing a crew change here in Mo Valley. This eastbound Union Pacific coal drag has just started rolling. And again, there were quite a few of these beautiful C&W hoppers, which is kind of awesome because this is C&W. Was C&W mainline here. All the tracks here were the Chicago Northwestern. So C&W still running on C&W rails. This is also a unique train because UP usually runs coal drags through Omaha, Council Bluffs because of the grade on the Blair Fremont sub. However, the maintenance away guy that I just talked to that came riding in on that piece of equipment right there said what determines if the train gets routed this way or not is the tonnage and the power on it. So if it's not super heavy and has enough power on it, they'll send it down the Blair Fremont sub. If it's too heavy and they don't have enough, they're running light on the power, they will send it through Omaha Council Bluffs because of the gradient between Arlington and California Junction. Arlington, Nebraska is basically the downhill slope all the way down over the Missouri River and then over here into Iowa. Actually, there goes a guy I was just talking to in the pickup truck on the other side of the train here. A lot of times when I'm sitting here, the guys will come over and talk to me. It's really cool. I've talked to the yard master, some of the train masters here. Oh, there's a yellow C&W. Or at least had the reporting marks for C&W. It might not have been an original C&W car. But I'm talking to the train master and yard master here, along with several of the UP engineers and conductors, and a lot of their maintenance away guys will come over and talk. So I like coming here and hanging out here. It's a few lulls here and there where you're waiting for traffic, but most of the time it is non-stop. This is a busy route for them. This is their main Chicago West route, and Chicago going east route. This line goes directly to Chicago, Illinois. And it is the old Chicago Northwestern, so. Man, what a hodgepodge of cars on this train. Most of them are UP. We got rapid discharge, rotary gondolas, just a multitude of different coal cars. There's another C&W. We got two more coming. Like I said, my favorite coal cars are these C&W cars. I need to get them in O-scale. The Fremont power plant, almost the entire train is those C&W cars. Love seeing them. Some cool graffiti on that one. Some more cool graffiti. Oh, well, here comes the rear DPUs. Well, one of them. One rear DPU. So this train had 3 engines on it. The one we saw earlier that they ran through Omaha, Council Bluffs, was 1x1. This was 2x1. So, and a lot shorter than the other one. Here comes our rear DPU 2767. Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, February 16th, Missouri Valley. And we have a westbound on the Boone, Union Pacific Boone sub. Westbound, loaded. Actually, I think this, yep, it turned into, it's a manifest. Westbound manifest here. And Bow Valley. I'm on the eastern end of Missouri Valley. Obviously by the co-op, it's in the background. Southern Pacific. Southern Pacific. Cryotran. Rebosch. Thornburn. Magnuson. Joshua Tapling. Cool graffiti. Tell you what, this westbound is moving. We just had a lull here, probably about 40 minutes without a train. And the locals locals were out. I know they were west of my location and south of me. So had a little bit of a lull before this westbound manifest showed up. So there are little bits of lulls here in Mo Valley if you ever come out here and watch trains. And another Southern Pacific and a Western Pacific. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley.